Welcome back
to another week
and another episode.
It's so good being back on my couch.
Yes. Always lovely to be here. But yeah, today we've got a very exciting episode planned, which is your future self is not coming to save you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's such a normal human thing to feel. We are constantly waiting for something to happen before we start something new, or before we get the confidence or whatever. But I think there's, in some way, shape or form, we're all kind of waiting for that future self
to save us.
Because firstly, I don't know about you guys, but my future self, she's great, right? She's amazing. She's financially free, you know, she's got the business, she's got the relationship, she's got everything going for her, you know. And I feel like sometimes we just wait, hoping, or we're just waiting for that to happen. But at the end of the day, it's not realistic, and it's kind of not how it works. And she's almost waiting for you to take the step, if that makes sense.
I was going to say, your future self is built of what you're doing today.
Yeah.
So she's not just going to appear.
Yeah, she's not just going to appear, 100%.
But I also think we kind of romanticize the ideal of what you think she would be, what you think she should look like, where I think it's so much greater than we could ever imagine, the person you're going to be.
Exactly. But you are 100%. I feel like firstly we lose ourselves in the fact that the benchmark is constantly moving, and at the end of the day, we just need to take a step back and be like, I'm pretty cool right now, and appreciate where you are, but also not wait for that future self or that person or that relationship or that career status or whatever it may be, because we're constantly stuck in that loop of, no, it'll happen, it'll happen, I'll just sit here and wait.
And just going back to you saying we need to take the first step. If you think, you know, she wakes up early, she exercises every day, you should be doing that.
Exactly.
To be that person. I'm not saying you should wake up early every morning, but to be that person, that's your ideal.
100%.
That's definitely,
we've got this idea of who we want to be, but that person doesn't just appear out of nowhere. You have to take the small, mundane, boring steps to get to that point.
Yeah. The reality is time doesn't make that change for us. And I am so guilty of this. I'm after this, I will start this. It's benchmarks I put in place, except that marker always moves.
Exactly.
So it's next week I'm going to start this. And then next week comes, I'm today was a difficult day to do that. Let's just move that on to next week or whatever. Yeah. But at a point, you need to kind of commit to that deadline or benchmark, or actually just commit to where you are right now. If that's the change you want to make, just do it right now. Don't wait for something.
I think that's the thing, is technically, why do we keep setting that benchmark? Because it doesn't actually, what's going to change between now and Monday? What's going to change between now and next month, or now and next year? We keep waiting for New Year or Monday, or when I have this thing, or when I have this relationship. Exactly. Which is so stupid, because you firstly are delaying your own growth, but also just I don't know, I feel you're holding yourself back so much. Because why are we constantly waiting for someone? Sometimes it's someone, sometimes we're waiting for someone to just make it better, or make it easier, or one day when I wake up, it'll be so much easier to wake up and go exercise at 5 o'clock in the morning. And at the same time, there has to be a realistic
expectation.
If I don't like exercising at 5 o'clock in the morning, best believe I'm not going to do it, and I'm never going to be that person, and I will never be that person. Best believe I will never be that person.
I love that again.
But I know that I'm not that person, so I have to set myself different goals, if that makes sense. But,
exactly. Or expectations.
I know that I would rather go and do Pilates at 6 o'clock at night, or go to the gym at 8 o'clock at night, because that's my go-to. I love doing that. I will not be that person who wakes up early to go to the gym. So you also have to set those
realistic goals.
Expectations.
Definitely.
And then unfortunately, and we always say this, but stop waiting to feel ready, because we said, it doesn't help to wait for next year, Monday, next month, whatever. Stop waiting to feel ready. You're never going to feel ready. Might as well you're only going to feel ready once you do it, once you've been doing it.
And I think if you are realistic, like you said, with your goals, so if, for example, that waking up early and exercising isn't realistic for you, then you don't need to be ready to start it.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? If that's going to, obviously, I think any new habit, any change is going to cause some uncomfort and some challenge.
Yeah.
But then you already know, if you're realistic with it, right? Then there's no need to wait until a specific time.
Exactly. I think if you're setting realistic goals for yourself, why aren't you just sticking to them? Because it's things that you actually want. And I'm preaching to the choir here, okay? I'm the same. I do the exact same thing. I have all these things that I want to do, and there's so many like weird fears holding me back from actually doing these things, and I'll feel ready again, or I'll wait until this happens before I do that. And there's so many things that I'm like, come on, Donal, like that you're the only person that's holding you back right now. But why do we keep waiting? Why do we keep waiting until like we feel ready? Because it's just so stupid. Or it's like, even a few of my friends, right, are like, they just went through breakups and then they're like still not over the person, and so they're never ready. Every time I ask them, I'm like, okay, but it's time to move on, because like you have to cut this person off and allow yourself the joy of moving on and like open yourself up to these things again. And then they're always like, no, but I'm not ready yet. At what point are you going to be ready? That's not how it works. Like, you make that decision.
Definitely.
And
you have control over that.
You have control over,
at least to a certain extent.
100%. Yeah, no, definitely.
The thing that I think like is the key to this though is like the small decisions. Literally, you know that saying of like, how do you eat an elephant? Bite by bite. Sorry, just have our star guests joining with a little treat. But it really is just bite by bite. Like, if for example, if I want to a habit or something you want to do, start running, you need to start by doing it for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Choosing to just 15 minutes out of your day do it. But later, like, eventually, obviously want to become a like star runner and do it for hours. But you can't just do that for hours. Like, you need to start
you can't
and
start with the
exactly. And that is literally true for every habit and every change you're trying to implement. For example, if I want to start, we need to do more personal content. That starts with doing 1 video a week.
Yeah.
If that's all I can do right now, fine. And eventually
it'll become easier, and 100%,
week, right? But you can't just, I think it's like building up to it is important.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. Definitely. If you're jumping into the deep end there. For me, for example, is like going to the gym. The only way that I got myself into going to the gym was when I convinced myself that I just need to drive there. I need to be inside for 5 minutes, and then I can decide if I want to go home. But I'm already here. Like, chances are, and then you're like into it, whatever. So you have to like set yourself that one goal of like, I just know I need to do this thing, which will make me do the rest.
Yeah.
Or it'll just like, it builds on each other. Unfortunately, building your future self means that you have to do like the mundane, shitty little things that you don't want to do now. It's even like journaling. That's the thing for me is a lot of people just avoid like shit that happened to them or like breakups or whatever. And I'm just like, it's not going to go away. Like, the pain is not going to go away. You can't just ignore all the shit. Like, you need to deal with it to become the version of you that you want to be. Just waiting for it to disappear is not realistic.
No, definitely.
It's like the little things of journaling every day or once a week or whatever it may be.
Whatever that goal looks like for you.
Exactly. Yeah. The more you do it, like, it's literally that thing of 1% better every day.
Yeah.
Like, just become 1% better every day, and after a year you're 300% better.
Crazy.
Bizarre. Like, just let the little things build on each other, but unfortunately it's the little shitty things that we don't want to do that builds up over time.
Yeah. Not only do we wait for our future selves to come save us, we often wait for literally anything or anyone. So that can be a relationship, can be people, can be a perfect job, a perfect career, whatever. And something that you will learn in your life, I think every person goes through this lesson, is all of that is just mundane. Not just mundane, but superficial, but it can be very temporary. Relationships, people are people. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to do things to disappoint you. And if I put my entire identity into my marriage, for example, somewhere our relationship's going to go through a dip. My husband is a human. Like, we'll fight or do whatever. And if my whole identity is based on just that, it can be very unstable. Yeah. Okay. And the same with careers. We thought for a long time we were in a perfect career. And the career wasn't going to save us. It's, the work we were putting in, how it was affecting us in our personal life, where we want to go in the future. It's not one thing or one title that's going to save you. There's 100%. A lot to it.
And something that I've actually been struggling a lot with lately is my worth in terms of the validation that I get from outside, like external validation, right? Yeah. So if something happens in my personal life, or like I go through a breakup or whatever, I immediately feel like I'm not good enough in terms of like career-wise as well. There's so many things. It's all like so connected until I got to a point where I was like, okay, you know what? My success or my worth does not depend on my success. It doesn't depend on who thinks I'm good enough. It doesn't depend on any of that. My business is separate to who I am. My relationships are separate to who I am. those things don't define who I am and my being, if that makes sense, right? But it's so easy to like get so caught up in that's who I am. Like if you don't think I'm good enough, then
I'm not good enough.
I'm definitely not, obviously.
Why would I be?
Exactly. And it's such a weird, like sad cycle that we put ourselves through. It's like, come on. But we're constantly like, once again, like I said, my future self, like, she's got it, hey? This version of myself, no. But
future self, absolutely.
yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like that constant reminder that you need to give yourself, like, I can't wait for her to show up. Like, I have to become her. And that's the only way that she's going to be cool.
Yeah,
because there's no way other than that, like out of that.
Yeah.
And then another point I feel like your future self is almost begging you to take the step. Like, imagine you were sitting across from your future self right now. Like, they're not going to tell you, yeah, it's fine, wait another 6 months. They're going to tell you, like, send the email or like take the step or apply for the job or flirt with that one guy or like or whatever it may be. Like, they're going to tell you to take the jump, like take the risk or go to the gym or like whatever it may be. That's what your future self would say. So like, why are we constantly like waiting for them to come and save us?
It's important that identity shift of like actually believing that you are capable of achieving what you want to or the life that you want to. And identity drives behavior. Behavior doesn't drive your identity.
Yeah.
So knowing who you are, what you want, where you want to be in life, or where you're going to go, that drives behavior that leads to it.
And I think that's such a tough one because it's such a big picture, like saying, I know what I want to achieve. I know the life I want. I know who I want to be one day.
Yes.
And that's almost like overwhelming. It's overwhelmingly big. It's like, it feels too far away. And so I think you should kind of like take a step back and be like, I know that I can go to the gym today.
Yes.
I don't have to become like a fitness guru or influencer or whatever overnight. I just need to go to the gym once because I know how I want to look in
6
a year or
months,
6 months or 5 years or whatever it may be. But looking at that is too overwhelming if I'm not healthy now or whatever it may be, right? So it's like, take one step instead of trying to create that identity of who you want to be, because it's just too big. So what I'm trying to say is like, set the small goals, set the mundane goals, and just do it once. Like, there's this thing of, I think I've actually mentioned it on the podcast, but just like do it one more time. Just like tell yourself you just need to do it one more time, and then you never have to do it again. And then after that time is done, you're just like, oh, let me try one more time. Like, let me just
maybe
do it
next
one
time
more
I'll enjoy it.
Exactly. Let me just try once more, or like one more day, or one more gym session, or one more email, or one more LinkedIn post, or one more application. It's just allow yourself that one more every single time, because it's too big if you think about this, like, my future self, right? She needs to be all these things. Yes, but she started somewhere.
I think with all that to say, after hearing a little bit about opinions, go sit and think, journal, whatever, and think, what are you postponing? What are you delaying? What are you going to start in the new year or next week or whatever? And break it up into small parts. What can I do today? What is like a very easy and very achievable goal?
Even just go make a list, like you said, like go journal, go do the things, but make a list of who you want your future self to be, and then break it up into like the smallest bite size of goals, and just like try incorporating those little mundane things into your everyday life. It's slowly but surely. It doesn't happen overnight, but you're not going to become the person you want to be if you wait for that to happen. Like, it's just unfortunately
she's not coming to rescue.
Yeah, she's not coming to your rescue. It's not happening. I'm really sorry.
You need to create her.
You need to create her. Yeah, just one step at a time, 1% at a time.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good one.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.